Welcome guys to day 6. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is the Tripwire day of the whole abundance challenge, meaning that this statement that we're looking at today, and by the way, I will also put the link to, I'll try to put the link in this so that anyone that's joining our abundance challenge late can go ahead and get that free worksheet, and they don't have to order the book, or they can order the book, but go ahead and start now. And you can just go ahead and search. I have everything under Abundance Challenge. So you can search just Abundance Challenge in the search bar, and it'll come up with day 1. You can go through it. So let's get into this thing. Day 6, the Tripwire. My inner supply instantly and constantly takes on form and experience according to my needs and desires. What the heck does that mean? Basically means that everything that is within us, we create out there in the holographic world, which we've been going over that for the last 5 days. However, he's going here, and as the principle of supply in action, saying, I am the principle of supply in action. Now, what the heck is principle of supply in action? Well, principle, he is talking about, these statements are the principles. So all this stuff that we've been talking about, we are the divine mind that creates our consciousness, that creates our reality. Money is not our supply, but no place, person, or entity or whatever is our supply. We create our own supply from within. We are spirit, yada yada. He's talking about that. And then he's going here, as I am the principle of supply in action, supply being abundance. So I am the principle of abundance in action, meaning I am constantly creating abundantly out there in front of me. And I am doing that always. I am in action. I can never stop. I'm energy, constantly doing the work. Okay? And he's going, therefore, it is impossible for me to have needs or unfulfilled desires. Okay? That's the tripwire. It is impossible for me to have needs or unfulfilled desires. Do you believe that's true? Okay? We are called to go, all right, let's analyze it. What is our belief system? Do we believe the work we've been doing for the last 5 days? Do we believe that we create our own reality? Do we believe that we are our own abundance, the source within us, the energy within us? Do we believe it? He's going, he's saying, it's impossible for me to have any needs or unfulfilled desires. Do you believe that? Do you feel that it's impossible? So he's calling us now to believe. Do we believe? And this is the tripwire. So this day is like, hey, do you believe it or not? You've been doing the work. Do you believe it? And so this got me last week. Because I'm on day 16, you guys are on day 6. And I was like, oh yes, I believe this, of course. And I even wrote my notes. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I was like, wow, today I noticed that I was feeling like so soothing in the emotional and solar plexus chakra and the root chakra, really relaxed. All of my supply is manifested and formed constantly for my needs at any given moment. And I'm like, oh yeah, it feels amazing. It's good. It's great. All my wishes, goals, and desires are created for me abundantly. And they never cannot be created. Oh, it's just amazing. And then I remember just looking at my bank account and being like, that's not true, And that was my tripwire. That was my tripwire day. So really look at whether you actually believe this. So this is what we're getting into today. We are getting into beliefs create our reality. You've always heard, I'm sure you've heard this, you get what you deserve. That sounds harsh, right? People get what they deserve. But there's a truth to that. People get what they deserve. And then the second part is that what you deserve is what you believe. You believe you deserve that. Okay, so that's really key here. You get what you deserve. What you deserve, you believe. Therefore, you get it. Okay, so you have to look at your belief system. What is your belief system? And he goes back to that. So I'm going to do some reading today out of the book, again, like I did yesterday. But I feel like this information, what I'm trying to present to you, he's already done the work. So why would I try to do, anything else but give you what he's already done? So we go to page 20. And this is in the first section of the book, and the second section, and this is all about the prosperity plan. And he's giving us some more information here. He's saying, the spirit within you is forever thinking about abundance, which is its true nature. Since thoughts of lack or limitation can never be registered or entertained in the infinite mind, then the principle of law of supply must be, in law of supply, he's using supply in conjunction with abundance. So principle of law of abundance must be one of total and continuous all sufficiency, all abundance. Yourself thinks, sees, knows only abundance. And he's talking about this, your capital self, your higher self. Thinks, sees, and knows only abundance, and the creative energy of the mind of abundance is eternally flowing, radiating, expressing, seeking to appear as abundance in the physical plane. Look at that. Seeking to appear as abundance on the physical plane. Are you seeing it? Are you believing that there's abundance around you? It's a question here. The radiating creative mind energy is substance, is abundance. As the divine thought energy flows through your consciousness and out into the phenomenal world to appear as prosperous experiences and condition, its plastic quality allows it to be impressed by the tone and shape of your dominant beliefs. What are your dominant beliefs? Okay? So if your dominant beliefs are lack, I just barely make it I barely pay the bills, then that's all it can express to you. And he's calling that out here. He's going, as the divine thought energy flows through your consciousness and out into the phenomenal world to appear as prosperous experience and condition, its plastic-like quality allows it to impress by the tone and shape of your dominant beliefs. So we have to look at our beliefs to know how our world is going to shape in front of us. Therefore, what you see, hear, taste, touch, smell are your beliefs. How powerful is that? What you see, hear, taste, touch, smell are your dominant beliefs objectified. The form and the experience you are but affects appearances, and we are told not to judge appearances. Don't judge the appearance, never judge a book by its cover. To judge something means to believe it, to assume that it is true, to conclude that it is factual. But we are told not to do this. Why? Because what appears as an effect has no value itself. The only attributes that an effect has are the ones that you give it. Therefore, your judgment of the world around you and everything you see is creating it to be real. Now, if you took away your judgment and just saw the images floating around in front of you, you would be able to go, look, oh, there's a dominant belief over there. Oh, look at that. Okay, look, over there, that's a dominant belief system. If I change that, then it would change this. He's calling you to pull back and look at things differently and not to go over and then judge and condemn something. Because when you do that, you're judging and condemning yourself. You look at your bank account and you're like, I don't have enough money. This job fucking sucks. I just, whatever that is, you're judging it and condemning it Therefore, you're judging and condemning yourself because he's saying you're the projector, you're the light, you're the one that creates the reality around you. So pull back, stop judging it, stop permanizing it into the holographic field, and just observe it. Just be a silent observer going, that's interesting that I drive this vehicle. I wonder why I chose this vehicle. I could have chose any other vehicle. I wonder if I believe that I deserve this vehicle. That's interesting. I wonder if all along the way I've believed that I deserve different things in my life and therefore that showed up. Look at that belief system, okay? So it's really important to realize that he's like, your beliefs, your beliefs, your beliefs. And then he goes in here and he talks right about money. He goes, money is an effect. When you concentrate on the effect, therefore the outside world, the actual tangible money, you are forgetting the cause being yourself. And when you forget the cause, the effect begins to diminish, begins to go away. So he's saying here, what happens with scarcity, what's going on there, is that you begin to believe that the money is like, you're judging the money and you're looking at it outside of yourself and you're believing it has a power source that is not within yourself. So you go outside yourself, I must work harder, I must go grab more money, I must go do these things. And you're not within yourself going, I'm prosperous, I am the money. I create the money. Okay, I am the money. I mean, say that. I am money. It's pretty powerful right there. That stops you from out there. What? That's not the money. That's just what all of us, the consciousness level of humanity, has agreed is a piece of paper with a value set to it. Okay? That's what money looks like because we've all agreed in the mass consciousness in the U.S. or in different places is agreed. That's what a dollar bill looks like. That's what a pound looks like. That's what whatever looks like. We agree that that has value. Okay? But I'm money. I'm money. Think about how valuable you are as a person. Incredibly valuable. So he's going, call within yourself this. When you focus your attention on getting money, you are actually shutting off your supply. What I just said. You must begin with every moment to cease believing money is your abundance, substance, supply, your support, your security, your safety. It is none of those things. Money is not, but God is. You are. I am. Okay? When you understand and realize the truth, capital truth, the supply flows uninterrupted into perfect and abundant manifestation. You must look to God only as the source. So the source of your supply is spirit, universe, God, juice. Okay? And take your mind completely off of outer effect. Stop looking out there. Just sit back and be the observer and watch it. Change the belief system, change the reel, the movie. If you're going, this doesn't work for me anymore. I'm ready to actually have, that house I've dreamed of, the car I've dreamed of. You know what? And I'm ready to raise my standards, which is something Tony Robbins talks about. You must raise your standards, raise your belief about you and what you deserve. And in order to get those things, okay? Let's see. I lost my place because I got so excited. If you look at your job, your employer, your spouse, your investments as the source of your supply, you're cutting off the real source. In fact, if you look at any human person, place, or condition for your supply, you are shutting down the flow. If you give power to any mortal as even being the channel of your supply, you are limiting your good, aka your abundance. You must think of money and any other material desire or possession simply as an outer symbol of the inner supply. So true, right? The people that are really rich, man, they're like, you think of the people that are great. They're just abundant in their flow. They're giving and they're just like these massive, amazing, incredible people. And they're super abundant. Okay, so you got to reach for that level that you know you really are. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. You must think of money and other material desires as possessions simply as outer symbol of inner supply. Okay, and the only reality of the symbol is the substance which underlies the outer manifestation. Money is the symbol of an idea in the divine mind. The idea is all sufficiency of supply, abundance, to meet every need with divine surplus in your individual life. Therefore, you must implant a new belief. The new belief is this, that the abundance is here to meet every, in divine surplus, so much of it, to meet every need in your life. Okay, so you have to reprogram your brain. As the divine idea comes out into manifestation, it appears as a symbol, money. But the money is not supply. Rather, it is your consciousness of God as your abundance that constitutes your supply. When you try to collect, acquire, and possess the symbol, the money, focus on the symbol and not the supply within, the outlet of the manifestation closes. Because it's like you're looking at it falsely. You're doing it wrong. Do you want more money, more prosperity in your life? Then shift from a consciousness of effect, which is materiality, to consciousness of cause, which is spirituality. When you give power to an effect, you're giving it your power. You are placing your power outside of yourself. You're actually giving the effect your power over you, which is true. Think about that. When you think money is your supply, you're like, oh, if I don't have enough of you, I will be lesser, which is hilarious. Does money have power? Think about this. Let's sit here with that. Does money have power? If you say yes, then you have given your power and you have become the servant. You have reversed the roles. So it's really important to ask yourself that question. Does money have power? I'm going to write that down and try to get all these questions together and put them, because there's another one. Does money have power? Okay, so questions to ask yourself. The inner presence, the you of you, is truly the moneymaker. Your thinking, reasoning mind is not. Your only source is this God presence within you. If your mind is the source, the cause, the supply flows freely. If your mind is focused on the effect, you block the flow. So he's calling again and again. Change your mind. Change your perception. Focus elsewhere. Don't focus out there. Focus in here. And we've been doing that. If your mind is on the effect, you block the flow. The more impersonal you become regarding your money seems to originate. Meaning, the less you care about where your money comes from, whether it's job, salary, commission, investment, spouse, or where it's supposed to come from, the more personal you can become in your relationship with the true source of money. And the closer the relationship to your God self, the greater abundance in your life. When you let go of the reins and you allow the horse to just go where it needs to go, to find the water and the food, then you are allowing yourself to just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride, and know that it's all taken care of. That's what he's saying here. Let's see. He goes on and on and on, but he really talks about at one point not looking at your bank account, and I wanted to see if I could find that. So he's like, take your stand this day as a spiritual being and renounce all claims to humanhood and mortality. Care not what is going on in your world, regardless of your fears about your creditors, your security, your protection, your future. Turn away from the effects. Wave goodbye to external false belief pictures and return to the Father's house where you have belonged ever since you left under the spell of materiality. Take your mind off money and material possessions and focus and concentrate only on the lavish abundance of divine substance that is forever flowing from the master consciousness within you. Take your stand and prove God now. Stop adding up your bills. Stop counting the money you have or need. And stop looking for your supply from any mortal person, place, or situation. The whole universe is standing on tiptoe, watching you, praying that you will let go of the negative appearance of the world of illusion and claim your divine heritage. Now is the time. Today is the day. Pass this test, and you will never have to go through it again. But if you yield to mortal pressure and carnal mind temptation to get temporary financial relief from the world of effect, you will have to go back to the classroom and learn the lesson all over again, which is, folks, that's exactly what happened to me last week, okay? I got freaked out about the money. I started looking at where it needs to come from, how much is in my bank account, how much is owed, where it needs to go, just totally freaked. And at the end of the day, did I end up getting the money from a source that was unexpected? Yes. Did it all work out? Yes. Had I just chilled the F out, would it have worked out even better, and would it have caused me less stress in my life and less hardship and less just pain against the body that the spirit is housed in? Yes. Okay? So he's calling you to believe in yourself. Believe in spirit. Believe in what powers your body and sit with that belief. First, sit with it inside of yourself and realize that this mechanical object could not move without spirit. Your brain could not fire and create the reality around you without spirit being present. That is what happens when people die. Spirit, that energy goes poof, goes over to the other side, goes to a different place. Okay? So he's saying, dude, you're a miracle for even freaking being here. Do you think for one instance that miracle that created this to start with, which is you, is going to create suffering for yourself? No. But if you look outside of yourself and you look out there and think that that's you out there, then hell yeah it is, because that's false. That's a false God. Okay? You're looking out there and you're creating power over you, which is just going to crush you. I mean, even that feeling that money has power over you is just like crushing blow, like, But when you come into this, like, what we're doing here in these, 40 days of like, heck no, man, it comes within. This is it. I'm in alignment. This from within. My thoughts, if I change my thoughts and direction, good. If I stop judging the outside world, whoo, all of a sudden everything's going to start working out. It is working out. Look. And that's a big shift to change. And he's saying if you do the work now and you claim it and you don't go back, you will never have to learn the lesson. The moment you go back, the moment you start looking at your bank account, looking at outside sources, looking at investments, looking at your job, that's when you again give power away and you've got to learn the lesson all over again. Okay? So that's the day's tripwire warning. There was something today that I was going to give you. Oh, he warns against this in the very beginning. And this is what I'm talking about. There are certain principles of abundance, specific fundamentals of truth, which, when realized, will free an individual from lack and limitation, since these are spiritual precepts. A program for prosperity based on truth cannot be implemented by those with greed, avarice, or selfishness in consciousness. For one thing, a mystical approach used to get money will surely fail. However, the same method used to reveal, we're like fact finders. We've got our spyglass out there. We're looking for, maybe, why wasn't there money rather than I'm going to get it and grab it? Like, let's see, what's going on here inside this machine that isn't quite working right? So we're doing a fact finding mission. So, however, the same method used to reveal the spiritual cause and effect of abundance will reap rich dividends in both form and experience. Also, since spiritual wealth, both invisible and visible, can only be attained through the realization the very fact that the substance comprehension is held in spiritual consciousness will ensure that the manifestation is for the common good. Hence the exercise we did yesterday, the manifestation. We are looking for the common good of all. In essence, the spiritual way to abundance is rigged in favor of those with purity of motive. As Emerson put it, the dice of God is always loaded. Always loaded in your favor. Okay? So this whole reality a gamble, if you want to put it that way. But you have to bet on you. Not on the money, not on the sources outside there. Bet on you. Bet on the true essence of you. Okay? So these are the questions he asks us to help us reveal about our true belief system. And these questions are thus. Does money have power? Okay, if we answer yes, we need to analyze why we believe that and then hopefully be able to change our perceptions around that. Do you have an aversion to wealth? Okay. Do you object to being rich? Does the word abundance bug you, bother you? If you have the slightest reservations, then you better check your belief system regarding God. You see, God is omnipresent wealth, the infinite riches of the universe, the lavish abundance of creation. And if you deny unlimited prosperity, you are denying yourself, because you are the image of omnipresent wealth, the expression of the infinite riches of the universe, as individualized of lavish abundance. You are as rich right now as any individual who ever walked on this planet. The cattle on 1,000 hills are yours. The gold and silver are yours. And an abundance of money is yours now. The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure. Your Lord is the Spirit of God, the Spirit within you. You manifest the master self that you are in truth by realizing you and God are one. All that this one presence and power of universe is, you are. All that this infinite mind has is yours. Above you, around you, in and through you is you, the reality of you, an omnipotent force field embodying all love, all wisdom, all life, all substance, all. This allness is individualized as you, as the same mind, the same spirit, the same presence who spoke to Moses from the burning bush, the one who spoke through Jesus. I am that I am. Okay? So I am going to type in the chat box down below those questions that we should be looking at to look at our belief system. And don't judge it, just ask for the honest truth when you ask these questions to yourself, and then just see where it goes. Oh, here we are, over here. Oh, hello, everyone that said hi. I don't know why, but on my phone it doesn't like to say hello. It's very weird that way. Holly, my sister was over here like, would you like to grab some breakfast? That's unrelated to the abundance challenge. But yes, I would greatly like some breakfast. Sounds delicious. Okay. I think we're good. I love all of you. Bye. Have a great day. Great Sunday. I will see you Monday, of course. And I'm going to end this now. Bye-bye.